Hey guys, what's up? NimbleSloth here, obviously, and I thought I'd say, oh, by the way, Crutch is not mine, by the way. Firstly, I thought I'd say a happy Christmas. Christmas is on the way. I hope you guys enjoy it. I've got my Christmas trees up there, so no presents under it just yet, but it's getting there. Watching a bit of whatever this is, but yeah. I thought I'd say Merry Christmas to you. And also, before I start the video, I was wondering if you guys wanted to see a kind of predicted tier list. So let me know down below in the comments if you want to see that, and let's just get on with the video. Hey guys, what's up? NimbleSloth here, and ban list was revealed on Friday, and I think it's a pretty good ban list, to be honest. And me being me, I thought I'd try and see how 3x Vikings work under this new ban list, and surprisingly they work pretty well. They've got a new tanky back, well, another tanky back, but they've lost a blaster. So I'm not too bothered by it, to be honest. I think the deck still works great. I've been testing for the last couple of days, and I've been testing quite a lot of the decks as well. So I'll talk a bit more about that after the deck profile. So I'll just do the deck profile now, and then carry on in a minute. So first of all, 2 Grunics, 3's too many, 1's not enough, 2's a great number. It's not the main card of this deck, to be honest. It's just a way of you getting to be able to set up the field so that you're ready to go off and go for big pushes. So 2 Grunics, 1 Yaksha for getting rid of the Grunics in your hand, 3 Barong, which searches out all your main spells and the occasional Yaksha, but you don't really use that much. But most of the time you just use Barong to search out your circles and your onslaughts. 1 Brotherhood the Firefist Bear. I was suggested running 2 of these quite a few times, and like I keep on saying, 1's enough. 1's the only one that you really need. I'm not a big fan of Gorilla. I mean, I don't really find myself needing to pop spells and traps too often, so just 1 bear is fine. Next is the Brotherhood of the Firefist Rooster. The only time that this card sucks is when you open with it, if you draw into it. So apart from that, the card's great. You bring it out using your Horse Prince, go and search for another Firefist monster off its effect, and then you can also just keep on recycling all your fire formation cards with it. So Rooster's a great card. Next is Brotherhood of the Firefist Spirit. This is what is your tuner of the deck. It's what allows you to go into your rank 6s. Great card. Kindling target, just like Barongs and Yaksha. So Spirit's a great card. The new kind of filler instead of Blaster is Brotherhood of the Firefist Raven. Once again, it's another card that I can search off Rooster and Tenki. And a pretty cool effect: if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can set 1 fire formation spell directly from your deck. Face up fire formation spell or trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it's a pretty decent card. I can search it off the Rooster, I can search it off Tenki, and then if I open up with it, or if I draw into it, I can just say it. If it gets destroyed, I can use it to search any of my fire formation spells. So Raven's pretty good. Next, 3 Leopard, obviously. You open up 1 of these as well as 1 of your fire formations apart from Gyoko. So either one of your 3 Tankies, your Gyoko, and a Leopard. You're ready to go for your 3-axis +2 or +3 combo even. Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, it got limited to 1, but 1's enough in my opinion. Still puts in quite a lot of work in the deck. You don't draw into it as often as you'd like, but it's still there for when you need it. And last but not least is 2 Maxi, because a lot of decks like to special summon, and one thing that I usually find with Maxi, most people these days haven't been playing into it. During my testing anyway, so it's more of just a way of stopping the opponent from risking to special summon, which Vanity's Emptiness isn't that great in this deck just because of the fact that it doesn't stay around for long, whereas Maxi, it can kind of give me some pluses every now and again, and at other times it's just a way of stopping my opponent from special summoning. Next for spells is 2 Onslaught. I was running it at 3 for a while, didn't like 3, 2's just perfect. 3 Circle of the Fire Kings, best card in the deck. You can use this to kind of go for your OTKs really easily. It kind of gets all these cards' effects off pretty easily. You can use it to as like a Forbidden Lance, so your opponent activates a compulsory evacuation device on your Grunix, you circle it for a Barong, and then Grunix comes back the next turn, blows everything back up. 3 Rekindling, this is like your main power card. You get this off and you've pretty much got game most of the time, unless your opponent has some good answers for it. And then for your searches, you got the 3 Tenkeys. 1 Tensu, I might bump this up to 2, but at the moment it's okay at 1, but I'm not sure. I'm probably going to bump it up to 2. And then 1 Gyoko. I'm finding Gyoko not to be as great as Mystical Space Typhoon at the moment. A lot of decks are running cards that kind of continuous spells that really help them out. For instance, Bujins like to run Kaiser Colosseum, and Gyoko doesn't sort out that. So Gyoko's at 1 at the moment. Might bump it up to 2, but I can't see it happening anytime soon. 1 Dark Hole, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, and then 2 Forbidden Lance, so that I can get all my massive pushes and plays off. Then for traps, 2 Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Compulse, Bottomless, and then 1 Call the Haunted. As for the extra deck, I'm currently running 2 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince. 2's perfect number, 3's too much, 1's not enough, so 2 of those is great. 1 Sirius the Blue Star Wolf, well, Celestial Wolf Lord, Blue Sirius even. Great rank 6, it's also a target for Eradicate Epidemic Virus and Deck Devastation Virus, so it comes in handy. And also, if it's destroyed, I could target 1 face-up monster my opponent controls and it loses 2,400 attack, so pretty good. 1 Vulcan the Divine, this card isn't out in the TCG in Europe, so I can't get this for my real life deck. At the moment it's just a second Diamond Direwolf. Next is Brother of the Fire Fist Tiger King, Black Ship of Corn, number 101 Scion Honours Arc Knight. Once again, this is a card that I haven't got access to just yet, but Legacy of the Balance just around the corner. This will probably be an expensive card, but it's definitely worth it for what it does. 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Mice Stroke, 1 Abyss Dweller, and then 1 Gaga Cowboy. So they're my rank 4s, and then for the rank 3s, I won 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Lion Emperor. I only ever find myself ever needing 1 in a game. I ran it at 2 for the longest time. Find myself never going into the second, so 1 of these is fine. And Let the Earth, the Sea Dragon, wind up Zen Mains, and for a bit of back row destruction and occasionally destroying face down set monsters, Ghost of Alucard's great. For the side deck, this is just a rough side deck for for testing so far, but it's been testing okay with this side deck. 1 DD Crow to get rid of any problem monsters in the graveyard. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, to kind of get rid of any sided in cards and main deck kind of problems like your Kaiser Colosseum, etc., and field spells and stuff like that. The Transmigration Prophecy is a great card. It gets rid of really annoying cards in the graveyard, because these days there are a lot of decks that kind of use the graveyard as kind of like a second hand, and they kind of use their graveyard to kind of work with their main hand and their field to kind of just get a load of advantage all over. And also zombies, Light Sworn, things like that are definitely going to be definitely be a thing next format. So Transmigration Prophecy is a great card. 2 Deck Devastation Virus. Once again, I can use Sirius and Black Ship to kind of get off the Deck Devastation viruses. I can see this hits quite a lot of decks. This can hit Harpies, this hits Mermails, this hits Gear, hurts quite a lot of decks, and it can even hurt the occasional Firefist deck if they're running the 3-axis cards. So I find myself signing this in quite often. Next is 2 DNA Surgery. Prophecies are going to be a thing, Bousion's a thing, and this card really helps against those decks because you can end up just turning Bousion monsters into something else if you need to. Like you could turn them into winged beasts or whatever. It hurts your 3-axis play, but apart from that, it's not that bad because at the end of the day, you're losing only a couple of hundred attack points, and it's not as if it affects monsters in the deck. So DNA Surgery, I usually side in 1 against Bousions, but when it comes to playing Prophecy, Dino Rabbit, just a couple of different decks, DNA Surgery is a great card. Next is Light Imprisoning Mirror. When the effect of Light monster activates on the field or in the graveyard, negate it. So great against Light Swans, great against Chaos decks, and also very, very good against Bousions. So I always side in 2 of those against all those decks that I just named. 3 Imperial Iron Wall, mainly because zombies, Chaos Dragons, Bousions, any kind of Chaos deck really. They're all pretty big decks for next format, and I can expect to see them get quite a bit of play, and so Iron Wall's been putting in a lot of work in my side deck. And then last but not least, 3 Mind Crush. There's a lot of searching going on this format, next format in my opinion. I mean, Giga like to search a lot, Firefist like to search a lot, Bousions like to search a lot, and against Bousions it's really crucial to try and get those cranes out of their hand, and Mind Crush really helps with that. So 3 Mind Crush is a must have in my opinion. You can also run Mind Drain, but I just find Mind Crush kind of solves a lot more problems than Mind Drain. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck profile, and yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And also, I've been testing a lot of decks over the last few days, including this deck, and I'd like to ask you guys to name some decks for me that I should test, and I'll do a deck profiles of. So if be it zombies, Chaos Dragons, Heraldic Beasts, Chronomaly, Mermail, whatever you want, okay? You just name the deck, I'll get a build, I'll test out for a day, and then I'll do a deck profile. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be uploading a bit more as of now, so expect to see some more videos in the future. And thanks for watching, and see you later.